I've earned over 6 figures in 2025 just by doing this, building simple tools with AI. This is a cost tracker that I'm going to get $500 for. It took me under 1 hour to get it. And yeah, I'll show you how to do this all in a video. It's a very, very nice, quick, simple video. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to build out a PRD. What a PRD is it's basically a plan that you give to the AI coding tool so that the coding tool actually knows what it should build. Now, you don't need to write this yourself, of course. You can just get AI to build it for you. Like I said, this is going to be really easy. Now, like I said previously, our client wants us to build out a cost tracker for their actual company. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask ChatGPT what an internal cost tracker should have as features. And I just said, keep it simple. And here it says cost inputs, so what goes in, what goes out, categorization, time view. Awesome. So to be honest, we don't even need to read all of this. All I'm just going to say is nice. Now put this in a prompt. A no-code tool we use to one-shot. One-shot basically means that it's going to do it in the first go. Now, I'm hoping it's going to do it in first go, but there's a chance we might have to make a couple of changes. But it's going to be really, really easy. Cool, so we now have a prompt that says build a simple internal cost tracker for a small startup team, which is exactly what we're building it for, which is great. Cool, yeah, I really like this. Now, here's the thing. What we want to do is you want to make sure our clients' requirements are met. Now, what they said is they want it to be simple and they want it to be quite modern and minimalistic, which is ironically what most people want, and ChatGPT knows it, as it said the UI requirements should be minimalistic. But just to clarify, when you have your clients, make sure to ask them how they want it to be built. Otherwise, they could get a little bit disappointed. But it really is quite simple. Let's say they want a really old-fashioned website, well, you can just ask ChatGPT to build an old-fashioned website. So I'm just going to take this prompt, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to Google AI Studio. Now this is a free tool, which is great. Every single thing I'm using today is free, which is really, really nice. And I'm just going to paste in it. I'm just going to paste the prompt in, press build, and let's see what it cooks up. It's going to take a couple minutes, but it really is this easy. It's quite ironic how easy it is. This is taking me less than 5 minutes. And yeah, so we have the entire prompt here that we took from ChatGPT after clarifying just what a simple cost tracker should be, what it should look like. And now we have this prompt. It's now going to soon start writing code. Yep, it's just writing with metadata and index. And even if you've never coded before, you don't need to. As we can go here and we can see that it's generating code extremely fast, creating new folders, new files. And yeah, we just sit back and relax. It's quite a fun job to have. Awesome, so we now have the initial dashboard where we can put in the expenses, the ad costs, the vendors. We can put in settings. Now, this is not very pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Dribble, as I've already done. And I just searched up expense trackers, or well, cost trackers actually. And what happened is I found this UI, and I'm just going to go into Google AI Studio, put it in and say, so now I've inputted a prompt that says change your website so it looks more like this UI and works more like this example. Because of, as you see, it's a very, this would take someone, who needs to code a couple of hours, yet it's still not very pretty. But with context, you can do magical things. Dribble, Mobbin, they're all brilliant websites to find UI inspiration. And all you have to do is you just go over. Here's another example. You just take this image, you go in here, and you take this image and you just drag and drop it onto Google AI Studio. So yeah, it shouldn't take that long. And as you see, it's already starting to alter the code. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so here's a new cost tracker. In my opinion, a lot prettier. The first thing I'm going to do is say, make the theme blue. Now, I'm just going to do that because of my client specified. First of all, my client specified that they wanted blue. And also, whenever you're building these apps, you never want to have them purple. Purple is a default color that these AI tools go to. So if you have a purple, it indicates to the users, not only to your clients, but to the client's users that, oh, this is most likely AI. And we don't really want that to happen because even though AI is absolutely brilliant and it can build out amazing stuff, there is still a little bit of a stigma around AI created tools. Now, I believe that this is going to change soon when people realize actually how good these tools are. Yet, For people who don't use AI tools, yeah, they think that AI is really bad, AI does things wrong, AI can't build software like this. But yeah. Anyway, so yep, it's just changed the theme to blue. Awesome. Now, when you're going to add costs, the kind of forms are grey. I don't know why it's like that. So I'm just gonna say change your background form colors. For example, when you add new costs or search vendors from dark grey to white. Now this shouldn't take that long either. And yeah, we're starting to actually get a really nice thing. Okay, so I've done a little bit of changing around. I just implemented a pie chart here, sorry, instead of a bar chart. Looks a bit more professional. The forms are now white as per normal. You can now go into the vendors and you can press edit vendor and then change their actual default category. And then what I asked it to do just now is I just asked it to remove this premium plan startup pro as. Of course, I'm just going to be providing them with the entire code base as they wanted it just to be built. Now, what I'm also going to be doing, of course, is I'm going to be adding their logo on the top left. So I'm just going to say change the Valora logo to this logo and send that prompt away. As you see, this startup button has just been removed and it's all looking really good. I almost think we're done. You can export and import CSVs, which is really good. So they're going to be able to import their data. And as they're going to start anew, this client didn't actually need the importing and the exporting, as they're going to start completely afresh with this internal expense tracker. But yeah, always handy to have that little feature. I didn't even ask for it, yet the AI just built it out for me. And hopefully when I get this logo up, we're only going to have a few more changes. Now, like I said, guys, this is too easy. It's probably taking me less than an hour to do this, and I'm getting $500 for this. So it's a good hourly rate. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to hopefully you guys being able to start this as well, because this is a one in a lifetime opportunity. People don't understand how powerful these tools are. Let's see if it has changed its logo correctly. If it has changed its logo correctly, then it just proves my point at how good these apps are, how fast they are, the fact that you don't really even need to know how to code anymore to build profitable apps for, you know, whether it's internal apps or consumer apps or B2B apps, whatever. Okay, awesome. I think that's it done. Okay, brilliant. I think that's... Okay, great. Okay, awesome. I think that the video is now done. We've got the full screen. We've got everything that the client needed us to do, including the logo, including the settings, including the editing of vendors, including the adding of costs. And yeah, I'm happy with that. And my client's going to be happy with that. If they're not, it will take a couple more prompts and then it's going to be A-okay. See you in the next one.